Hey, English 102 students. Congratulations on making it to the last week of classes in this very unusual semester that we've had together. I appreciate all the work that you've put into the class so far. You have a week left, and in that week, you're going to be working on your revision. So I just wanted to use this video to quickly review some of the things that I've already posted for you so that you feel confident going into the rest of the semester. Here we are on our D2L homepage. This is the revision that, the announcement that I posted yesterday. And this reminds you of some things you should have already done by now. If you got behind, if you haven't read my feedback on the short research paper or watched the required videos from a couple weeks ago, please make sure you do those things. By now, you should be nearing completion of the short research paper revision. Everybody works at different paces, so if you're not quite there yet, that's okay. But ideally, you will have made real progress on the content and organizational level issues, if any, on the short research paper. Remember, as my revision video says, to start with the big things and work your way down to the little things. Everybody who submitted their research paper on time got their papers back within the last few days, so please make sure you review my feedback on that paper as well. If you have any questions about any of the feedback that I've written on those papers, and remember there's feedback at the very end where I make big suggestions for revision, there's also feedback in the margins, let me know. Because honestly, after I read your cover letter and I start looking at your revisions, the first thing I'm going to do is look to see if you have addressed my suggestions. So if my suggestions are confusing, or if you even disagree with a suggestion I've made, then that's a great opportunity for us to talk. Set up an appointment with me so we can talk. If it's a minor thing, you can email me about it as well. So make sure you're addressing my feedback, starting with the big things and working your way down to those smaller issues. And use your own judgment too. You might see things in the portfolio that I missed. You might want to go above and beyond what I suggested. So don't limit yourself to my suggestions. So the deadline for the portfolio is a week from tonight. What I'd like you to keep in mind about that deadline, though, is that it can be flexible if you're facing some hardships and you need more time. What I'd ask you to do if you think you need more time is to ask for an extension beforehand so that I can plan my time. The portfolios take a while to grade, and I need to meet my grade deadline as well. So do your best to meet that deadline. If you need an extension, I'm going to ask that you ask for it in advance. I know that things aren't easy in a lot of families and households right now with everything related to the pandemic. So just let me know if you need an extra day or two. Okay. I posted a couple videos this morning. I'll talk about that in a minute. Again, the link to set up a conference is right here. Here's an optional bonus point opportunity. If you still want points in that informal category, and if you want to do this, you have the option of sending me an email by Wednesday to update me on how your revisions are going, okay? Just let me know what you're working on, what you've accomplished. If you have any questions, you can ask the questions as well. Use the conventions for emailing a professor. In other words, have a greeting, make sure you sign your name. Here's the subject I'd like you to use. And you could have 10 bonus points if you do that assignment. Oh, I said Wednesday, but that assignment is actually due Thursday. Earlier is fine as well. Okay. Some of you don't need those points. You've done enough bonus assignments that you've maxed out in that category. But if you want the points and if you want to be in touch with me about that, feel free to do that bonus assignment. All right. And then in the rest of this announcement, I've listed a bunch of the resources that you have for revision and other elements of your writing. Most of these have been available to you on D2L for much of the semester. So for example, there's lots of different resources under syllabus and other essentials, under MLA citation and works cited lists. You can take a look at this more. In fact, let's go to content. I want to just quickly point out a couple of things. If we go first to syllabus assignments and other essentials, the nuts and bolts writing guide, some of you will want to look at those pages on works cited lists, and also my abbreviations for fixing punctuation and other errors, little things like that. Okay. Transitions. If you want help with quotation sandwiches, I've recommended this chapter before. It's still there for you. Under revision in the portfolio, you've already watched this video, I hope, and I hope you've watched this video, sample cover letter, some other things. The transitions video is here, and it talks about these samples here, the student paper about youth football. If we go down here to grammar, punctuation, and style, at the top is the video I posted this morning with a quick punctuation review. Some other things for you here. MLA citation and works cited list has a whole bunch of stuff. Oops. So there's sample works cited lists. Here's one that I annotated from the maternity leave paper. So if you watch that video, it's some of the same stuff. A video on how to do hanging indent, stuff like that. Okay, so you have a lot of information here at your disposal. Remember to let me know if you have any questions. The last thing I want to leave you with is that I'm rooting for you. I really enjoy reading portfolio revisions at the end of the semester and seeing how much progress you've made, seeing how students may have started with a weak paper and turned it into a strong paper. Or maybe they took a paper that was already strong and they made it even better, just sparkly and beautiful. So enjoy your revisions. I am here to help you, whether you want to set up an appointment or send me an email. Take good care of yourselves, take care of your families, and let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. Happy revising.